Good evening, class. We are working on ratio tables and graphs. And so go ahead and get your notes out and let's get started. It says, really helpful if I had the right papers out. A ratio table is a way to compare quantities. So when we were doing the word problems yesterday, we were making like fraction comparisons. This is the same kind of thing, but we're going to put them in a table. It says Todd earns $3 for every 5 chores he completes. On his chore chart, find the equivalent ratios using the tables below. So if he completes 5 chores, he earns $3. Okay? And that ratio is 5 to 3. Or as a fraction, 5 to 3. So the next time he'd get money is if he completes 10 chores, right? And if he completes 10 chores, he's going to make $6. And you'll notice this right here, I multiplied by 2. Right here, I multiplied by 2. Then I'm going to go 5 to 0, 15. That's a step of 3. There's your scale. Whatever I do to this one, I'm going to do this one. So it's $9. You guys, I know you can skip count this, but I'm just showing you why we get there. This is 20, and they're going to get $12, and 25, and they're going to get $15. The thing is if we simplify every time, we still find out for every 5 chores he does, he gets $3. So these are all equivalent, right? So that if we were to write them as fractions, 10 to 6, 15 to 9, 20 to 12, 25 to 15, as fractions, we could all simplify them back to 5 to 3. How are the number of chores and the amount of money earned related? Okay, and that's exactly what it says. For every 5 chores, Todd earns $3. How are the values in the columns, the chores columns related? They all increase by 5. And how is the money value related? They increase by 3. And what did you notice about the ratio column? They all simplify to 5 to 3. So all the ratios are equivalent. Okay, Mr. Baker is making pancakes and reads the recipe on the back of the pancake box. Use the information in the table to determine the ratio of the cups of pancake mix to cups of water. A, how many cups of pancake mix will there be if there are 15 cups of water? So we can figure out what our ratio is. I have a ratio, sorry guys. I have a ratio of 1 to 1.5. And that is the same ratio every time. 2 to 3 is still a ratio of 1 to 1.5. 3 to 4.5 is 1 to 1.5. This is also a ratio of 1 to 1.5. So in order for me to do this, if I'm getting 15 cups of water, how many cups of pancakes mix do I need? Well, I have the same ratio of 1 to 1.5. Look at this. This is sweet because this is 15. This is this. If I put the decimal there, it's the same thing, but I moved it over one place. I need 10 cups of pancake mix. I love when we do things like that. It's like no math involved. You just have to notice some similarities. Okay. In questions 3 and 4, complete the ratio table, then answer the questions below. A cookie recipe calls for 3 eggs for every 2 dozen cookies. How many eggs will be needed for 60 cookies? 60 dozen cookies. Well, we can complete a table first, and then we'll answer some questions. So for 3 eggs, I need 2. For 6 eggs, I'd need 4. For 9 eggs, I'd need 6. For 12 eggs, I'd need 8. Now it's asking if I have 3 eggs for 2 dozen, how many do I need for 60 dozen? Well, what do I do to 2 to get to 60? I'm going to multiply it by 30. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So I'm going to multiply this one by 30. 3 times 30 is 90 eggs. That is how many eggs you need to make 60 dozen cookies. How many cookies can be made with 12 eggs? Well, I found that up here. Yay me. So I can make 8 dozen cookies using 12 eggs. Love it when that's in my table. Okay, let's look at this. A developer earns $6 for every 21 apps downloaded. So for every 21 apps, they earn $6. Now, I noticed that I can simplify this. I'm going to be honest. They're both divisible by 3. I want to know what my actual ratio is, so I'm going to divide 21 by 3 and get a 7, 6 by 3 and get a 2. Okay, and so we can continue this model, and we'll do 42 for 12, and then 63, I'm adding 21 each time, to 18, and 84 to get us $24. Okay, so how many apps need to be downloaded to earn $84? So I have apps to dollars, and I'm using the simplest form because I find that easiest. And so I want to find out $84. So I ask myself, what do I do to 2 to get to 84? And that's multiply by 42. Whatever I do to the bottom, I need to do to the top. So I'm going to multiply by 42. 42 times 7 is 294 apps. How much money will be earned when 105 apps are downloaded? Well, we can use the exact same formula here. Equals 105. What do I do to 7 to get to 105? Well, 7 goes into 10 one time, so times 1, that's a 3. 7 goes into 35 5 times, so I'm going to multiply by 15, and 2 times 15 gives me $30, and that's how much you earn. Okay. Use the graph to answer each question. The relationship between the number of hours traveled and the number of miles traveled in a family road trip are graphed below. Love graphs. Beautiful linear graph. What is the ratio of hours to miles? Okay. First, it wants hours to miles. Guys, start with the number 1. It makes life so easy if it's there. Come up and over. It is 1 hour to 50 miles. Remember, you could also write that as a fraction. 1 hour to 50 miles. How many miles could the Moore family travel in a period of 12 hours? Look, I don't know, right? Because it's not on my graph. But I can take this model and I can figure it out. It's asking me 12 miles. I don't know. Well, what do I do to 1 to get to 12? You're going to multiply by 12. Whatever I do to the top, I do to the bottom. Oops, sorry. Why am I writing 50? 12. 50 times 12, 0, 0, 1, 600 miles. Next, they want you to do how many hours will it take the Moore family to travel 700 miles. So I have 1 hour, 50 miles equals, I don't know how many hours, 700 miles. What do I do to 50 to get to 700? You need to multiply it by, because I'm a math magician, 14. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So I'm going to multiply by 14, and I find out they can travel 700 miles in 14 hours. Finally, what does the ordered pair 300 represent in this situation? 6 is the number of hours, so it's 6 hours. Wow, my pen's being weird. Sorry about that, guys. And then come up, and it's 300 what? Miles. All you have to do is look at your tags. Please don't forget to summarize the lesson. I know I clipped it off here, but you still have to write that summary. I will see you guys in class tomorrow. I hope you have a fabulous night.